Hello, Mr. Kevin. Nice to see you again. The last time I spoke with you was
Nice to
for
see you.
the last
Oh,
time I spoke with you was for audienceology, how moviegoers shape the films you love, a
yes.
Hollywood memoir. Now you have a new book, How to Score in Hollywood. So a big, big, big congrats on that.
Thank you so much, Manny. It's so great to be here. And I remember fondly a few years ago us chatting. It feels like yesterday.
I know, right? Now, before we begin, your book is made for movie lovers, film students, and movie executives, right? Tell our viewers what your book, How to Score in Hollywood, is all about.
It really is not just for people in the movie business, although my lens is because I've been in the movie business for all my life. Uh, it's focused on that, but it really is for anyone who's an entrepreneur, anyone starting a business, to ask the right questions before you spend money, or in the case of movies, before you shoot a frame of film. Ask the right questions by bringing audiences into the conversation. When a piece of art is created, an idea, that is between the artist and the universe, or the artist and the gods, right? But the moment it's a script or it's a business plan or whatever it may be, bring the audience in, see what they think, how much they're buying into it. And from that, you can size the audience better. And from that, you can decide what the budget really should be. Too many people do the reverse of that and they lose money.
So, in other words, it's understanding the template of how to make how to make a profitable movie and apply it to what kind of business you're in, right?
Absolutely. I have a theory that I talk about in the book, that every movie, if made and marketed for the right price, should make money. And that's a bold claim, right? It's saying that you're saying every movie, and I really am. That is, if you know what you have. And
Yeah.
again, I can't tell you the times when I've watched movie after movie, and I've worked on over 5,000 titles, as you know, for my first book, Audienceology, doing the pre-screening research before a movie comes out. It goes through a testing process where I bring audiences in, 400 people at a time, and they watch the movie and give their feedback. And I have done this just year after year and day after day, and I can't help but wonder who has got to be losing money on that. They've got to be making um, or have made these mistakes that could have been avoided. And I wanted to unpack that in this book. And I think hopefully I've done a pretty good job that makes it not only educational, but very, very interesting to get a peek behind the curtain, even if you have just a small sort of fun love and passion for movies in general.
Now, how did it all come about? What made you want to make this your follow up to your successful audienceology?
Well, interestingly, that's a great question. It really had to do with exactly what I just said. Having been in so many dark theaters and just wondering what went into the making of this.
Yeah.
And then sort of realizing that so many friends of mine, producers, heads of studios, directors, constantly are saying they hadn't made money from their movies. And I was like, well, why is that really? Like, what goes into the process? It's so hard to make a movie. They're like minor miracles when they get made. And so I wanted to really consider that and to try to get to the bottom of the psychology, the business questions, or the business logic that either took place or didn't take place. I thought that was very interesting. And then I started to think, wow, this is really relevant to any product. You're launching, I don't know, I'm pulling my iPhone here, like you're launching the number 23 or whatever it is. You
Yeah.
know that this many folks are really into these new features. This many folks don't care about this or this. Like get their input, get their feedback so that you can budget appropriately. I know the iPhone is a huge shift from a movie, but the premise, I think you understand, really does land with anything you're selling.
Yeah. You know what? Along the same line, I want to pick your brain, Mr. Kevin. Let's talk about the state of the Hollywood box office right now. I heard it's a mixed bag, right? On the one hand, they were on track to reach 9 billion at the box office. But on the other, 2025 was considered a challenging year for Hollywood. Give us your thoughts on that.
Well, I fear that moviegoing, as many of us remember it, we'll say pre-COVID, just for the sake of this conversation, is never really going to come back to where it was. And there's a few reasons for that. But the most prevalent reason and the most important reason, salient reason, is because of the streamers. The streamers have brought three things into the consumer's mind that hadn't really existed all together in one time and came almost as the perfect storm. And that's cost, convenience, and choice. Like we always had considerations of cost, but it was always the lowest going entertainment outside your home. It's still true, maybe, but it's still expensive to go to a movie, a family of four. It's still $80 with concessions and parking and all that, babysitter. And and the convenience of it, I don't have to tell you how convenient it is to stay in the comfort of your own home. And the choice is unbelievable. You could buy five streaming services for the cost of going to a movie in a theater for four people. So people are going to the movies. They still love movies, but they're seeing far, far fewer movies. So if you're lucky enough to be a Wicked for Good or a Zootopia or the upcoming Avatar, for example, then you're going to be in good shape. But if you are a very small drama that could easily be seen in many people's minds at home, you're not going to fare so well. And there used to be more room in the marketplace for those smaller movies, at least some that might break out. Not so anymore.
I had to write that down. I like that. The three C's: choice, cost, and convenience. That's great. And by the way, let me give you love, Mr. Kevin. You're the first person I spoke with from Hollywood that actually said it's not coming back the way we do. I mean, you're very honest about it. So is
Yeah.
that where you think we're heading? Is that your prediction about the movie industry for
Well, I
2026?
said it's not coming. It's not coming back. I want to be really clear. I love the movies.
Yeah.
I'm on the board of the American Cinematheque. I was honored with an award back there by them 2 years ago with the wonderful Dame
Yes.
Helen Mirren.
Mhm.
And I love movie going. I support movie going. I'm an
Yeah.
audience advocate, but you can't have your head in the sand,
Yeah.
meaning you have to recognize what's happening. The relationship that baby boomers and Gen Xers had with going to the movies doesn't exist with Gen Zs and say uh, millennials.
Yeah.
They go to a movie. They'll
Yeah.
see a title. Those of us who are over the age of 50 remember a romanticism, a nostalgia of going to a movie and what that meant. Putting your arm around the person that you wanted to take out on a date, having a pizza birthday movie party, just a relationship with the theater meant something very different than it means now. And it's still not, people love movies, but again, when you start considering all the different distractions, I didn't even bring video games into the equation or sports and the incredibly good quality of television. You begin to realize that, as I said the first time, the consumer's in the driver's seat. They're saying, you know what, if you don't give me this, remember years ago when I grew up, it was like, these are three movies, take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Now it's like, if you don't give me that, okay, no worries. I'll see this. I'll see this. I'll stay home and watch Netflix or Hulu or HBO Max or Disney Plus or, or I'll go online and watch vertical format or I'll do some play video game. In my case, I love my crossword puzzles and gin rummy and Scrabble. Like I'll do those things and be fine with it.
Yeah.
And so that's why I say the consumer is now in the driver's seat because the disruption of the streaming disruption caused something that we had never seen. Remember, talkies from silence, movies, color, radio, television, VHS, all of those things begot more movies. They actually said it's going to be the end of the movie business with all these things. But no, it promoted more, but not with the streamers. With the streamers, it's never been quite like this before. And that's why my theory holds.
All right. So I know. I mean, right now we have the top
Palm
story of
Springs
the
Film Festival.
right. No, no, no. But the top story of the
Oh,
week is
I
that
thought you were going to be Palm Springs
your
Film Festival.
your thoughts on the Warner Brothers bidding war between Netflix and
You
Paramount.
know
Home
what?
and
I am not going to comment on that. And the reason is because I will say this. I'm very positive about whatever's going to happen. But both Netflix and Warner Brothers uh, and Paramount and Universal are all very big clients of mine. And whoever's supposed to get the studio, it's in the hands of the gods, the movie gods. It will happen and all will be good.
now, speaking of streaming, so you see, so you're still seeing that this coming year, 2026, will be kind of like more of the same as this year. Then,
Yes, I do. I do. And I think there will be an increase in product in 26. Paramount has already announced they're going to be making, say, 8 or 10 additional movies, for example.
wow.
Let's say Warner Brothers may stay even, maybe even get more, maybe
Mm.
stay the same. It's always someone comes in, someone leaves, but the notion is that whether or not there's more, it's still going to be up to the consumer as to what constitutes leaving your home to see a movie. That is the criteria now, not so much the number of movies,
Right.
but does it elevate? Does it create an experience for you, Manny, to leave your home to go all the way down to Palm Desert or your favorite theater,
Right.
wherever it may be, to see that movie? Is it
Right.
elevated enough? Is it an elevated horror movie? Is it an elevated drama? Is it an elevation means different things for different people, right? To be elevated. But it has to have something beyond something that you can ordinarily just see at home. Special effects for some people, the greatest reviews ever for others, a visual style that you want to capture on the big screen. Each person has their own criteria for what's elevated, but nonetheless, that's what seems to be working. Sinners is a great example of a movie that really, popped. I do want to call out if people are interested who are your listeners. I have a podcast called Don't Kill the Messenger. It's on all the services. Don't Kill the Messenger has great guests like John Chu is coming on next week, and Ryan Coogler will be on in a few weeks, and they talk about this whole notion of movie going and what makes things feel elevated. Wicked has to be seen in a movie theater. It's so
Right.
brilliantly executed and the production value is so grand. Sinners has this incredible visual style that really needs to be seen in a movie theater. The Paul Thomas Anderson movie, it I think is theater worthy because it's so intricate and fun and you want to stay on top of it and be in the moment and just to see his use of the camera and the way he works with his actors to me is so brilliant. Anyway, everyone has their own definition, but that seems to be where people will gravitate even if there's more movies being
Well, I
produced.
think that one of the ways that they're trying that the theater industry is trying to elevate the experience is, the IMAX experience, or the comfortable seats, the lounge chairs. I mean, those are the kind of the stuff that they're trying to bring people in, right? That they used to bring people in.
Well, I think IMAX is one of the greatest things that happened to the modern movie business. I think that they've leaned into this notion of an experience.
Right.
And to see something in IMAX is very exciting. To see something in a comfortable seat is great. But what's happening is the more that you increase your home environment to make it feel more dynamic, than like a theater, that bar is going to keep getting higher because
Mhm.
it's going to just create that quandary. And people still want to leave their homes to go out, let's face it. But again, cost. It's not cheap. It
Yeah.
feels like it might be the cheapest, cheaper than a concert, cheaper than a Broadway show ticket or a theater often or an opera or ballet. But at the same time, it's still not cheap.
Right. Right. And of course, the big elephant in the room, Mr. Kevin, how is AI affecting Hollywood right now?
It's a great question. Nobody really knows. It's
Yeah.
affecting my business, and I have a business called Screen Engine, which tests, almost or a lot of the movies. I was going to say almost all of them, but it does do a lot, a majority of them. And we have products that help us in our efficiency, help us to dig deeper into audience sentiment. So if we are polling 1,000 people, we have individual AI that sort of says, "Well, you felt this way, but what about
Mhm.
this? And what about this?" And keeps digging deeper and deeper. So it can be really helpful to mine some of those really better insights and deeper insights. But we have not even scratched the surface. What we are in for in this world, on a good level and a bad level,
Yeah.
is like nothing we have ever seen. The internet is like child's play compared to what I believe AI is going to be. Now, that could be very exciting when it comes to diseases and research and health. And it could be very exciting when it comes to work environments and efficiencies. It could be really bad when it comes to a bad player and defense. If you watch Catherine Bigelow's movie on
Yeah.
Netflix, it's really effing scary
Yeah.
what is going on with the idea of a rogue missile.
Yeah.
So we have to ultimately find common, the common sort of line of decency, of permissibility, of accessibility. That's going to be really important to
Mhm.
legislate and to create a world order where people, by and large, will sign on to that because it's unbelievable what is in store for us. I'm again an optimist, so I'm very excited about most of it.
That's right. Now, before we talk about your book signing this Saturday, I want to ask you, Mr. Kevin, what's your favorite film of the year?
It's the Paul Thomas Anderson movie,
One battle after another.
One Battle After
Yeah.
Another. That's my favorite movie. Let's see if there's other movies that I really care for. I love Wicked for good,
Yeah.
and I love Zootopia
Yeah.
as an animated movie. There's a couple of documentaries I've seen I really like. Again, performances that were terrific. I just, recently saw Sydney Sweeney and Christie,
Yeah. Yes.
which is she's phenomenal in it, as is oh the male lead. He's a dangerous, incredible actor. I love him. Do you know who that is? Oh boy, he's
And
terrific.
Christy.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
What did you say?
The movie Christy with Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah. Yes. Um,
Ben Foster, maybe?
Ben Foster.
Yes.
Boy, is he good in it.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
Jeremy Allen White in the Springsteen movie is terrific. And
That he's good
I
there. Although the
George
movie is a
Clooney.
little droll. But yes.
Yeah, well, it's a little dark. It's a dark period of his life. But then there's Timothy Chalamet,
He's good.
in right in his and
Yes.
there's a bunch of them that are just really really good. I haven't seen the Ethan Hawke movie yet, which I heard is quite good.
Blue
And
Moon,
then
yes,
some
he's good there.
female performances this year, just great, great. I haven't seen either the Rose Byrne movie, which I hear is awfully good.
Oh, if I had legs, I'd kick you. Yes.
Very good movie guy, Manny, the movie guy. Very good. So I think
Oh,
the answer is again, another good year for movies. And If you love movies, I hope you will check my book out, How to Score in Hollywood. I hope you'll check my podcast out, Don't Kill the Messenger. And I hope you'll come to my book signing this Saturday at Just Fabulous in Palm
That's right.
Springs from 2 to 4. 2 to 4, I'll be doing a signing there and very excited. It was really fun the last time, and I hope people get to come out and support me and support the book.
That's right. You all have to figure out how to really score in Hollywood that only Mr. Kevin Goetz knows how to do, right? So it's once again, this is Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. at Just Fabulous Bookstore in North Palm Canyon Drive in Palm Springs. Nice to see you again, Mr. Kevin, and I hope to see you soon, okay? Write more
I
books.
hope I see you Saturday. I hope I
I'll
see
be
you
there.
Saturday.
I'll be
Thank
there
you.
this Saturday. A big congrats on How to Score in Hollywood. Again, if you have a movie lover in your family, this will make a great gift. Happy holidays, Kevin.
Happy holidays.